Welcome back everyone to my channel. I hope that everyone is doing well and I hope that everyone is okay. So in this video I will be explaining the CSEC Human and Social Biology SBA and what the SBA entails and what the SBA requires. Now, the SBA is an integral component of the exam, which means that it is mandatory um, once you're in a school that requires you to do it, right? If the school is a private institution, you will be required to sit the paper 3, which is equivalent to the SBA. Now, the Human and Social Biology SBA is a single guide research project for school candidates. Candidates will be required to conduct a research in their school or community on a current health-related or environmental issue and its socio-economic impacts in their territory. Example, COVID-19, right? Malaria, sexual transmitted diseases, right? And in the project, you will basically assess the socio-economic impacts, what impacts it has, what strains, what it puts on the territory that you are living at large. Now, the research project should have a background or the overview of the current health related or environmental issue. For example, COVID-19. We're going to use COVID-19 as an example. COVID-19, right? The overview of COVID-19, it is a viral disease, communicable disease, which means that it can be transmitted from one person to another via coughing, sneezing, the particulates move and it basically if the person have the disease and you touch somewhere you can become contaminated, all of that, right? So you have to provide a statement of issue to be investigated and you have to state the objective of the research. So what would you like to accomplish at the end of this research? What would you like to find out at the end of the research? Now you have to describe the methodology and the instruments used to collect your data. Now instruments used to collect data can be a questionnaire, interviews, all of those, right? Now you have to present the data obtained using 2 appropriate forms, right? So either by a graph or either by a table, a bar chart, any one of those should be good. So next you will analyze and interpret the data with reference to the issue. And then you will state the relevant conclusions based on your findings. So what can you conclude after you finish doing this research, right? Then you will make recommendations, right? And you must make at least 2 recommendations based on your findings that you find during the research. Then you will provide personal reflections on completion of the project and present the report in an appropriate format, just like every other SBA, including a cover page, the table of contents, the bibliography, and the appendices. And the appendices of the SBA can include, you can paste back the data collection instrument there, or you can include pictures of the relevant topic. If you're using pictures, at least 2 to 4 pictures, and if you're using the questionnaire, just one questionnaire. Now, the SBA requirements. Every candidate who enters for the CSEC Human and Social Biology examination must submit a report on a project. Students may work individually or in groups to gather data on the topic that they will be researching or conducting the SBA in. Each candidate must be identified on the report. The report should not exceed 1,000 words. Where it exceeds 1,000 words, it should not go above the 10%. If it go above the 10%, the teacher must deduct marks from the SBA. So you want to ensure that you stick in the word limit. Don't overcrowd your SBA with just unnecessary words, right? Redundancies, all of those. You don't want that, right? So only the final score is to be indicated on the record sheet. So only the final score. So for example, your teacher marked the draft for the SBA, right? And for example, the SBA is being marked out of 40, right? So for example, you got 30 out of 40 in the draft, and then she mark it back over and you got 35. The final mark, which is 35, must be on the record sheet. Now the format of the report, it is a report, right? So you must include the cover page, and the cover page must include the name of the subject and the date of submission, the table of contents, the introduction, the methodology, the presentation of data, the analysis and interpretation of data, conclusion, recommendations, reflection, bibliography, and the appendices. Now here I have a sample for the mark scheme for the HSB school-based assessment, and as you can see, each heading, for example, problem statement, you have marks, and the marks are on the different profile headings. For example, use of knowledge UK, right? Now for the management of the project is worth 20% of your final grade, and the teachers is expected to provide guidance, so your teacher will help you during the SBA. And that is it in a nutshell for the SBA. It's very important that you start on time. The more you start early, is the better it will be for you. So start your SBA on time, right? I will advise you do the SBA in groups, because teamwork foster creativity, ideas are shared, so you can do the SBA in groups. And if you have any questions related to the SBA, because it is new, feel free to contact your teacher, and your teacher will give you the necessary guidelines in completing the assessment. That is it for this video. If you find this video informative, you just can subscribe, like the video, and if there is any recommendations, anything you want to say, then you can comment below. I will be starting the CSEC chemistry organic lecture series 1 to 3 on organic chemistry, so you can look out for that video. Until next time, stay safe.